Hello, welcome back to the Stay Fitness channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Daniela. I'm a fitness, nutrition, life coach specializing in obesity and diabetes management. So today I'm going to show you how to make carnivore croissants. This recipe was inspired by Janet's Greta's croissants. I saw her making it and it immediately sparked like my kind of like imagination, and I was like, good idea to like underbake the bread and all that. And but then I thought croissants have all those layers in, so how can we maybe try and replicate those like multiple layers of like some, it's like kind of like a puff pastry type thing. So yeah, I was like, let me give it a go, stay for the recipe, show you this technique. I'm still deciding if this is a good idea or not. I'm still unsure, but I think I'm up to something good. But yeah, let me show you how to make these carnivore croissants. So you're going to make a normal like protein sparing dough, my usual go-to recipe. I just didn't put tapioca starch because I wanted to be more carnivore. As usual, like I just made half a dough, so 250 ml of egg whites, less than half a cup of egg white protein powder, quarter of a teaspoon of cream of tartar and salt, and then I put 2 tablespoons of allulose, which of course is not carnivore, but it helps the bread make it softer and also caramelize nicely. And then I put 1 tablespoon of whole egg powder, which you can just put 1 egg yolk if you don't want to buy the whole egg powder, it's no problem, or butter powder or any like type of fat that you started adding to your protein sparing bread. And then I make these circles on a pizza tray. And the hardest bit is to decide how much you're going to bake them, because you don't want to overbake them or underbake them. So here it was a bit of an adventure. Some I had to re-put them in the oven, so I made 4 discs in total. So yeah, it's a bit tricky just deciding how much you're going to bake them, but I think with a bit of practice you can get there. And basically, if I overbake some, I just cut out the kind of crispy bits around. And then when I was happy having 4 discs, I then placed the first, so the bigger one on the bottom, and then I made like an egg wash with 3 tablespoons of butter and 2 eggs, which looking at it now is probably better. If I did 4 tablespoons of butter and 1 egg would have been enough. It was a bit silly putting 2 eggs. And I basically spread the mixture, like the egg wash, onto 1 layer, then I put the second layer and so on. And then when I get to the top, I put some baking paper on top and I roll it again. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, in the layers I roll them out with a rolling pin, as you probably already seen, to flatten them out like Janet did. And yeah, then I roll again those 4 layers to make like 1 layer. And then I made some with ham and cheese and some just plain, because I just want to see how they go. And then I put them back into the oven. I bake the disc at 150 degrees Celsius, which I'm gonna let you know in the comments below is Fahrenheit. And then I turn it up a little bit for the final bake. So the plain ones, I think I totally overbaked them. They're like so dry, but the but you can see the layers, which is good. The ham and cheese croissant came out really well because of course they baked, because they were thicker, so they baked a little bit less, but I think I could still bake them a lot less. It's just, I don't know why I thought they have to like bake for so long. I think like 3 or 4 or 5 minutes would have been more than enough. But look, they have proper layers, which I think is amazing. So as I said, these are the plain ones. They are so dry, totally overbaked it, and definitely adding more butter and less egg I think could help. And this is the, look at all these layers. It's not done deal yet, it's not perfect. It still tastes like protein sparing bread, but I was trying to inject more flavor and fat and all that and create something like flaky pastry. I think it's not perfect yet, but I think there's a lot of potential here, and I think this technique of like underbaking and then somehow shaping it is really good, so we don't overcook the egg white bread. And yeah, let me know in the comments below if you're curious, if you would try this recipe, you try this technique, making croissant. I think they would be amazing if you add like a keto Nutella or like a keto marmalade jam or something like that. I think it would be so good. Yeah, but let me know in the comments below, what would you put into your croissants, into your carnivore protein sparing croissants? I'm not sure if you add a lot more butter if they would be still protein sparing, because it's kind of hard to calculate how much. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Take it and Greta for the original one, and consider subscribing to the channel. Go have a look. I make a lot of recipes, a lot of content, but yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.